Hi, I'm Dr. Jim from Baggio Chiropractic, and on today's video what I'd like to talk about is what I would consider to be an appropriate versus an inappropriate use of medications. First of all, as a chiropractor, I am not against using medications, but what I am concerned with is their increasingly overutilization and inappropriate usage. Now, what I mean by that is, first of all, the human body, you must understand, does nothing by mistake. If your blood pressure is elevated, if your cholesterol levels are elevated, they're elevated for a reason. It is not simply because, you've hit a certain age and now you got to start expecting these things to happen. Now you have a condition known as hypertension. Your high blood pressure, you're now a high blood pressure candidate. That's one way of looking at it, but here's another way of looking at it. Is the thing that you need to understand about medications, virtually all medications, is medications force the body to do something it does not want to do. If your blood pressure is elevated, it is elevated for a reason, not because you're getting older or hit a magical age in which things start to go wrong. Your blood pressure is elevated for a reason. Your body finds the need to elevate your blood pressure so that it can get blood to everywhere in your body it needs to go. When we take a medication will literally force our body into doing something it does not want to do, such as lowering your blood pressure. So let's use an example of high blood pressure since we're talking about this. Let's say we have somebody that hasn't been feeling real well and they decide to go to the doctor for their checkup. And they walk into the office, the doctor does a physical, and he takes the blood pressure and he finds out, oh my God, this person's got blood pressure of 220 over 120. I mean, this is a stroke waiting to happen. True. Very true. And so immediately he gets him on a blood pressure medication. That's okay. That is still okay. But understand that blood pressure medication and all medications work their best and are designed to be utilized short term. When you use medications long term, continually forcing the body to do something it does not want to do, then you can start to have secondary problems that cause you to go back to the doctor with a whole new set of symptoms that you get more medications for. So back to our friend that has the high blood pressure and has been put on blood pressure medication. So far, this is probably a smart move because that is dangerously high blood pressure. 220 over 120, we could have a serious health problem such as a stroke that may develop. But then the doctor, most of the times I should say, the doctor stops there. He's got the blood pressure down and he's happy with that. And again, what that is kind of like is back to our smoke alarm example. It's kind of like just taking the battery out of the smoke alarm, but not going around the house and seeing if there's still a fire. Now, the doctor may want to, and I think would be appropriate, to check his heart, maybe even check his kidney function to make sure that there isn't an underlying pathology that could be causing that blood pressure to be elevated. But once he clears that person, the kidneys are fine, the heart is fine, there doesn't seem to be any type of a pathology in the body that would be elevating that blood pressure, now we got to evaluate this person and their lifestyle. Is this person overweight? Do they smoke? Do they drink too much? Have they not had exercise like ever that they can remember? You see, at that point, we see that it's not that we've hit a certain age where all of a sudden we now have a disease known as hypertension, but what we have is high blood pressure that is the result of an abusive lifestyle for many, many years. And that can be undone. So short term, absolutely need to get that blood pressure down. But remember, we're forcing the body to do something it doesn't want to do, okay? And when you force the body to do something it doesn't want to do, your body will find alternate ways to do what it wants to do. And again, that can then lead to a whole nother series of symptoms, bringing you to the doctor and ending up on more medications. So once we have this fella's blood pressure lowered out of a dangerous level, so we hopefully don't have a stroke, with the blood pressure medication, now we need to have a talk with this person and tell this person that, look, you don't have a disease, you have a lifestyle problem. And what we're going to do is we're going to educate you, we're going to give you information on how to eat, that you need to get some healthy exercise, you need to start backing off on unhealthy lifestyle habits such as if you smoke, okay? And then we're going to monitor the situation. And as you lose weight, as you get into better physical condition, that blood pressure is going to start to come down, and then we're going to reduce the amount of blood pressure medication that you need until hopefully we get to a point that your blood pressure is in a healthy range all by itself, and now we can take you off the medication. because the person needs to have it explained to them that we cannot give you this medication long term because it's going to lead to other problems. So we're going to give this to you short term to save your life, but then you have to work with me to make this medication no longer necessary so that we can then get you off the medication, your blood pressure will be healthy all by itself, and you won't end up with any type of secondary issues caused by the blood pressure medication. Now this, in my opinion, would be a healthy and appropriate usage of medication in our society today. Okay, when you need us, we're here to help. So thank you, and we'll talk to you next time.